Hi there friends, and welcome to my flip through of my 2019 December daily album. I know that it's probably weird to see some December content in the middle of October, but I recently finished my December daily album from last year, along with a lot of people in the community and in Allie's creative team who have been doing the Done by December attempt to finish some of our older albums. And I wanted to share with you guys in case you're still putting together your albums from past years or you're putting together your foundation pages for 2020, in case you need any ideas or inspiration for putting together your album. So let's jump into it. So on the front here, I have the album from Allie Edwards from last year's December Daily Collection, the White with Gold Stars, that I really, really love. I thought this was such a beautiful album. And I put these Felicity Jane letter stickers on the front, just spelling out 2019, and this sentiment is from last year's main kit. On the side, I put the date on the spine in some small black letter stickers as well. So let's open her up here. So this is the opening spread that you see when you first open up the album. Here on the left-hand side, I have this little sentiment with a chipboard circle, a little R initial, that is my last initial, so that's for our family, and then this little transparent wreath that I have adhered underneath that. And I think all three of those things are from Allie's kits throughout the years. I think they might all be from last year. Over here on the right-hand side, I have my title page. It is a full 6x8 photo of me and my dad carrying the Christmas tree that we got from the Christmas tree farm last year. And I just added some more letter stickers spelling out the date and another banner. And I also wrote in Procreate at the top, "Good tidings of great joy." I love this photo so much. We actually got our Christmas tree before December started, so this was a really great way of incorporating those memories into my album as well. So I didn't have a full reason why page. A lot of people write like a small letter or a page just about what the reason is for documenting that year, but I didn't really have like a full letter to write to myself or anything, so I just had a small sentiment that says, "Embrace the chaos, enjoy the magic," and then a little circle that says, "Bring on the twinkle." And that kind of served as my reason why, along with this picture of my dog, who is my absolute ball of sunshine. And then we start into the daily pages. So then we are getting into the actual pages. So here on the right-hand side just is my December 1st. I just took a simple photo out my bedroom window. We had a really snowy day and added a couple really simple embellishments. I have a very simple, minimal scrapbooking style that you'll definitely see throughout this flip through. Skip it over. So this is one of my favorite spreads from last year's album, which is just a full card, 4x6 card of a quote from my mom, and a simple little picture of my mom kind of sticking her head around the corner in our kitchen. I just thought this was such a great way to tell a story where you don't really have a relevant photo or something that happens. Sometimes someone says something funny or something happens where you don't have your camera out that you still want to tell the story. And so this is a really great way of how to do that. Super simple. And then I just used some of this American Crafts star trim that I use throughout the album because I love it and it's so awesome. And I recommend it to everyone I can. Day 3 was just a simple photo of our kitchen. We got our kitchen redone last year, so that was the focus of a lot of stories at the beginning of the month. And day 4, I took this photo walking past our Chapters Indigo, and I love how it turned out. You can see my mom's and my reflection in the glass, and it's just a very cool way to get yourself in the photo. I'm always weird about taking photos in public, so this was a really easy way to take one where we were in it, but it didn't really feel like we were staging a posed photo in a public space. And then over here, I just added embellishments into these wreaths. I think a lot of people did that last year. I remember seeing that from a lot of different accounts. Another simple page for the 5th, just used this journal card from the main kit last year, listing 5 things about my holiday decorations and how I set up my space for Christmas. And then day 6 is a story about Making It, which was airing on NBC last year during December. I googled to find screen caps from the show and put those in there, and then just stuck to a really simple color scheme. I think that's the thing that works the best for me is keeping it very simple with the colors used and making sure that they match. This was a day where we went to a Comic-Con holiday market in Toronto that does this little flip up here, and then there's just a photo of me and my mom, and this photo of the streets of Toronto. We took this from like a covered bridge that we walked over. And I'd been saving this sticker for like 2 years to use, and I finally got to use it last year because it was the first time we were able to make it out to the market, and it was very exciting. This is the page that I get asked about more than any other page from my 2019 album, and that is my holiday playlist page. So I put this collage together in Photoshop by just Google searching or screenshotting the album covers off of Spotify on my phone, and then I tilted it and saved that onto a 4x6 canvas. So it was really easy for me to do, but I'm also very comfortable with working with Photoshop and putting things together like this. I think you could get a really similar effect with any collage editing app. If anyone is interested in a tutorial on this, I might try to make that happen because I get asked about this page a lot and I really love it, and I will definitely be recreating this with the music I'm listening to this year. This page is another one of my favorites because I love the cohesion throughout it. I used this same pattern paper. I think this is it's by American Crafts, Pebbles maybe, and it's called Merry Little Christmas. I will put it on the screen if I'm wrong and it's something else. But it was just a really simple journal about some things that I was loving that day, and we went out and got a Starbucks, and it was just very simple. Simple stories are the way to go with this project, I think. Especially for me because I am not with kids at this point in my life, so. This was a story about the little memorial area we put together for our senior dog. We lost our senior dog last summer, so it was our first Christmas without him, so I just had this photo of where we set up his little box with his stocking and a little ornament. And I thought that was a nice story to have in here to just document how things changed a lot last Christmas. And then I have another story, a dog-related story with my dog Olive in one of her pairs of Christmas pajamas. She has 2 pairs, and I just journaled a little bit about how sweet she looks in her pajamas and how she actually likes them. Like, she doesn't want you to take them off of her. She really likes them. Maybe it's just that she just doesn't want me to catch her. I don't know. I just have this sticky note here because it's covering up my friend's address, but this was the story of sending my holiday cards. I took this photo right as I was putting the cards into the Canada Post letter slot at the post office, and I added some little embellishments just to tie it together, a couple hexagons. The 14th is my mom's birthday, so this is always a story that is documented the same every year, and I love seeing how the different little things we do change. We decorated the house on her birthday, and my dad picked up a cake at the bakery, and we just had a very quiet and cozy celebration. I feel like we probably went out for burgers, because we usually go out for burgers for her birthday. December 15th, I did the story of my advent calendar from last year. So I got this Yeti-themed Hershey's Cookies and Cream advent calendar last year because Hershey's Cookies and Cream is such a good chocolate. And I cut out pieces from the advent calendar. So this is a really cool idea if you or your kids or anyone in your life has a cardboard classic advent calendar. I used a punch and then just used scissors to cut out pieces and stuck them into these 2x2 squares, and it turned out super cute, and I love having that to look back on because it was really cute design, and I'm glad I have like a little piece of it. And this embellishment says, "Are you Yeti for Christmas?" And I saved it just for this page because I thought it was so cute. And then I just spelled out a title over here with some letter stickers. These two, the 2 gold ones, are from American Crafts, and these 2 are both Felicity Jane, and they just tie all the colors together. The 16th ended up being the story of decorating the Christmas tree because it was just kind of spontaneous and it just kind of happened, so I just added a few little embellishments to tie that page together. For the 17th, I documented an Elf Yourself video that I made to send to my online friend group. I put in little like celebrities to represent our characters that we have written in our various writing projects, and I labeled each one so I could remember whose character was whose and who everybody was supposed to represent. And I shared it with them over Discord, so I just have a screenshot of the elf yourself there. December 18th was my last holiday shopping day, so I have this photo that my mom took for me of me going down the stairs at the mall. And then I used my tiny attacher. I just got my tiny attacher this past couple weeks, and I love it so much. I took these two branches and then I put this plastic 18 from the main kit last year between them, and then just tiny attachered, and I just stapled them together with my tiny attacher onto this plain card. Day 19, our Christmas tree fell over, so I documented that. We had a lot of problems with our real tree last year, and we actually ended up switching to an artificial tree this year. Because we had so many issues with the real tree, we ended up making the switch for this year. Our tree smelled weird, it fell over, the stand broke. It was like a bad year for that tree. But I documented this because actually all of our sentimental ornaments were safe. None of them broke beyond repair, which was very lucky. Something was definitely looking out for us that day in the universe, I think. Right here, I just have one of the tags from the main kit last year. I just hole punched that and tied on these little sentiments. I don't have any journaling for this story. I just have a photo of my Starbucks cup and one of our homemade cookies and a little banner. I think that's really cute. I don't think every story always needs journaling. I think sometimes the photos can speak for themselves. For this day, I documented my matching pajamas I have with my dog. We got them from this little pop-up store that comes to our mall every Christmas, and they are just obscenely adorable. I just documented another story without any journaling. It's just a photo of me and my dog playing in the backyard, and I just added a few embellishments. This one was from a kit a few years ago, an Ali Edwards December Daily kit, and I just used that now. I can't remember if this was a Paisley Press mini this was from, but it was from something recently. And the 23rd, I documented more baking. We baked our Candy Cane cookies, which are kind of our family's classic cookie. And then I have Christmas Eve, so I just added a couple photos. I always transition from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day the same way in all my December daily albums, so I have a full page 6x8 photo of our tree on Christmas Eve, and for the 25th, I have a full page photo of our tree on Christmas Day. I love that it shows the difference between how the tree looks at night and in the daytime. It's the same shot every year, so you can see the little things that change. And I just have this journaling card from the main kit with some journaling. Over here, I have my Insta story. This is a little tag book. This is from Simple Stories. It's a little flip book, and I used it to document my Instagram story. And if you want to see my Instagram story for this year's December daily as it happens, you should follow me on Instagram. The link right here. Wow, what a great transition that was. That was actually unplanned, believe it or not. I think it's a really fun way to include a lot more photos in your album if you have a really photo-heavy day, and I think that's really fun. And this is the rest of Christmas Day. There's a photo of us Skyping with my brother and my sister-in-law who live in Korea, and then another photo of me and my dog, Olive. And then I have this second flip out. This is documenting the days after Christmas. We had my best friend and her boyfriend and her brother all came up, and we had a game day. So it was really great having friends up. It was so nice to see all of them, and we had so much fun. And so I have that documented in this little folder right here. Turning the page, I just have kind of the ending of the album. This is one of the tags from the main kit last year that I covered with a full photo. This was the day my friend left. You can see her suitcase kind of in the background. And then if you flip the card, I just wrote on this tag, so grateful for this season, see you next year. And that's it, that's where my album ends. I am so happy with how it turned out. I love having these stories documented, and I'm so looking forward to this year's album because I think the stories are going to be very special for a lot of people who are going to be having a very different holiday season, and I think documenting that is a good thing to do. I think it's nice to see how life changes and also to maybe cause everybody to look for joy a little bit more. Sometime in the next month or so, I will probably have a flip through of my foundation pages for 2020. But until then, I hope you are having fun working on your album and enjoying the holiday season that is to come. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and until next time, keep it magical, and I will talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, friends.